So, kaya is in that kita. So, if kung makatulog sa business, so it is important to know the safety and health of our employees. So, employee safety and health programs aims to minimize absences and empower turnover, increase efficiency, and lift confidence by promoting a work environment that is free from hazard that may cause injuries and illness. So, safety is the condition of being protected from harm or unlikely to cause danger, risk, or injury. Health as defined by the World Health Organization, WHO, is the state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or injury. So the following are causes of work-related accidents and illness. First is the unsafe working conditions. So it is important also to identify that some unsafe na machinery sa inyong business. For example, ang inyong machine is hindi siya ginagawa. So others may incident happen because of malfunction or hindi siya there are possibly incidents or accidents happen. So, unsafe working conditions, this refers to the mechanical and physical conditions that cause accidents. So, this includes factors such as defective machinery and equipment, hazardous procedures and handling machinery and equipment, unsafe storage and wrong feeding, congestion, overloading and materials and supplies, improper illumination and installation of protective device and safety gear. So, also, ang employees safety gear. So, it is important to require them to wear it every day soon after the work because it helps to protect themselves and accidents can happen. So, presence of injuries can cause our glasses. So, next is unsafe acts or the undesirable attitudes of some employees such as other workplaces. So, it is also important to educate your employees in sa ilang habit nga for example is na makakalan sila labay sa ilang mga nanan. So, di ba, employees is ganang for example, mag-usap mo o ganang pangaon, then matakain labay. So, it is important to educate it. It may cause accidents to other employees. So, for example, throwing of garbage such as banana peels and the like in here. So, other employees step to that and then slide, so accident happen. Proper use of the equipment, educate natuto ang employees na complying with the proper procedure including keeping safe and other production process. Firstly, are finding at work, so avoid both or educating when yung employees na ang personal problem is illegal. Failure to wear protective gear, so hindi na you have to educate or requirements ng mga employees na mag-wear of protective gear always at work, such as goggles, safety shoes, water gowns, and that, etc. And then, next is the other work-related accident factors. So, job itself and work schedule. So, also it's important na for example, is working student pa. So, you have to manage your time para formula o pagtrabaho, kamotin yung ganyan na other work-related accidents, factors like work schedule. Next is medical and dental services. So Article 156, first aid treatment. Every employer shall keep an establishment such as first aid machines and equipment as a main contributions of the universe. Of course, sa lahat ng ginagawa, di ba, sabay ko na agad ang first aid kit or first aid machine na agad siya. So, required na siya sa every employee para kung wala man gani, kung na-accident happen, then wala yung matabang, so naala siya nakapagpasing ko. Article 157, emergency medical and dental services that shall be the duty of every employer to perform with its employees in any quality with free medical, dental, and because it's been the services of a full-time registered nurse when the number of employees exceeds 50 but not 200 except when the employer does not maintain the service work cases, in which case the services of the first aider shall be provided for the protection of works where no registered nurse is available. The Secretary of Labor and Employment shall be provided by appropriate regulations the services that shall be required where the number of employees does not exceed 50 and shall be determined by appropriate order of the workplace for purpose of this article. The services of a full-time registered nurse, a part-time physician, and dentist in an emergency clinic when the number of employees exceeds to 200 but not more than 300. And the services of a full-time physician dentist and a full-time registered nurse as well as dental clinic and a infirmary or emergency hospital with one bed capacity for every 100 employees where the number of employees is 300. So, Article 158, when emergency hospital not required. The requirement for emergency hospital or dental clinic shall not be applicable in case there is a hospital or dental clinic which is accessible from employees establishment and he makes arrangements for their reservation therein of the target and dental facility for the use of its employees. Article 159 is the health program. The physician engaged by employer shall in addition to his duties under this chapter develop and implement a comprehensive occupational health program for the benefit of the employees of his employer. Article 160, the qualifications of the health personnel. The physicians, dentists, and nurses employed by employers pursuant to this chapter shall have the necessary training in industrial medicine and occupational safety and health. The Secretary of Labor and Employment in consultation with industrial, medical, and occupational safety and health associations shall establish qualifications, criteria, and conditions of employment of such personnel. The Article 161 is the assistance of employer. It shall be the duty of any employer to provide all the necessary assistance to ensure the adequate and immediate medical and dental attendance and treatment of the service in case of emergency. So, occupational health and safety. Article 162, Safety and Health Standards. The Secretary of Labor and Employment shall be appropriate orders set and enforce mandatory occupational safety and health standards to eliminate or reduce occupational safety and health hazards in all workplaces, and establish new and updating existing programs to ensure safe and helpful working conditions in all cases of employment. Article 1 is the research. It established, it shall be the responsibility of the Department of Labor and Employment to conduct continuing studies and research to development innovative methods, techniques, and approaches for dealing with occupational safety and health problems to discover latent diseases by establishing causal connections between disease and work, discover latent environmental conditions, and to develop medical criteria which would assure, and so far as practical, that no employee will suffer impairment or diminution in health, functional, practical, that no employee will suffer in life expectant as a result of his work and working conditions.
Article 164 training programs. So the Department of Labor and Employment will develop and implement training programs to increase the number and content of personnel and female occupational safety and industrial. So na sa mga report sa report na nag-run ng dito na naagit sila sa person PWD na dapat na ay na-assist sila sa mga training programs. So Article 1.5 Administration of Safety and Health Law. The Department of Labor and Employment should be solely responsible for the administration and enforcement of occupational safety and health laws, regulations and standards, and all establishment and workplaces wherever they may be located. However, courtesy may be allowed to conduct industrial safety inspections of the establishments within their respective jurisdictions, where they have allocated facilities and government personnel for the purpose of determined by the Department of Labor and Employment and subject to national standards established by the law. The Secretary of Labor and Employment is to appropriate regulations for that suitable fees for the inspection of steam boilers, turbine vessels, and piping and electrical installation, the test and approval for the safe use of material equipment and other safety devices, and approval of plans for such material equipment and devices. The fees collected shall be posted in the National Treasury Superintendent of the Occupational Safety and Health Fund, and shall be expended exclusively for the administration and enforcement of safety and other labor laws administered by the Department of Labor and Employment. Article 160 or Employees Compensation and State Growth Fund Policy and Definition. So Article 160 or 5. The state shall promote and develop a tax-exempt employees compensation programs whereby employees and their dependents in the event of work-connected disability. Article 167 is the definition of terms as used in the title unless the context indicates otherwise. So, code means the labor code of the Philippines Institute under Presidential Decree number 442 as amended. Commission means the Employees Compensation Commission created 1161 as amended. Created under the title. SSS means the Social Security System created under Public Act number 1161 as amended. GSIS means the Government Service Insurance System regulated under Commonwealth Act number 186 as amended. System means the SSS or GSIS as the case may be. Employer means any person, natural or juridical, employing the services of the employee. Employee means any person compulsory covered by the GSIS under Commonwealth Act number 186 recommended including the members of the armed forces of the Philippines and any personnel employed as casual, emergency, temporary, substitute, or contractual for any person compulsorily covered by the SSS under Republic Act number 1161 as amended. Person means any individual, partnership, firm, association, trust, corporation, or legal representative thereof. Next is independent, means the legitimate or legally adopted or acknowledged natural child who is unmarried, not gainfully employed, not over 21 years of age, or over 21 years of age regardless. He is incapacitated, incapable of self-support due to the physical or mental defect which is acquired during minority. The legitimate spouse living with the employee and the parents of said employee who fully dependent upon him for supervision. Beneficiaries means the dependent spouse of whom he or she marries and dependent child who are the primary beneficiaries. Their absence, the dependent parents is subject to the restrictions imposed on on dependent children, the legitimate children and legitimate descendants who are the secondary beneficiaries, provided that the dependent acknowledged natural child shall be considered as a primary beneficiary when there are no other dependent children who are outside the residual promotion of the set. Next is injury when they have obtained the organism from any accident arising out of and in the course of the employment. Sickness means any illness definitely affected as a occupational diseases listed by the Commission of any illness caused by employment subject to prove that the risk of contracting the same as increased by working conditions for this purpose. The Commission is empowered to determine the approved occupational diseases and work-related sickness may be considered on a compensable based on particular hazards of employment. Death means loss of life resulting from injury or sickness. Disability means loss or impairment of physical or mental function resulting from injury or sickness. Compensation means all payments made under Title for income, benefits, and legal or related benefits. Income benefit means all payments made under Title to the providers of medical care, rehabilitation, services, and medical care. Medical benefit means all payments made under the Title to the providers of medical care, rehabilitation, services, and hospital care. Related benefit means all payments made under the Title for appliances and supplies. Appliances means purchase, artificial things, and other similar devices. Supplies means medicine and other medical, dental, or surgical items. Hospital means a medical facility, governor, or private authorized by law. Fiscal physician means any doctor or PhD duly licensed to practice in the Philippines, an active member in good standing of the Philippine Medical Association and affiliated by the NCI. Wages or salary. So far as they refer to the qualification of benefits defined in the Public Act number 2161. Monthly salary rate means the wage or salary based for qualifications typically divided in the Public Act number 1161 as amended or the wages or salary. Average monthly salary rate. In the case of the assessments, the result obtained by dividing sum of the monthly salary rates in the 16-month period immediately following the discussed of average yearly salary rate. In the case of the assessments, the result obtained by dividing sum is highest monthly salary rate in the 12-month period immediately preceding the semester's exit. The case of CSIS average yearly salary rate shall be the actual yearly salary or wage or the monthly salary or wage divided by the actual number of working days of a month of completion. Quarter means a period of 3 consecutive months ending on the last day of March, June, September, and December. Semester means a period of 2 consecutive quarters ending in the quarter of death, permanent disability, injury, or sickness. Replacement ratio. The sum of 20% and the quotient obtained by dividing 300 by the sum of 340 and the average monthly salary rate for 8 years of service. The member covered prior to the morning 1975, 1975 minus the number year coverage plus the number of calendar years in which 6 or more contributions have been paid from the morning because of the calendar years containing the census variable of wages. Next is monthly income benefit. Means the amount equivalent to 115% of the sum of the average monthly salary rate multiplied by the replacement ratio and 1.5% of the average monthly salary rate for each year of service in cases of 10 years. Next is coverage and liability. Article 168 compulsory coverage. Coverage in the state insurance fund shall be compulsory upon all employers and their employees not over 60 years of age provided. Article 169 foreign employment. The Commission shall ensure an adequate coverage of Filipino employees employed abroad, subject to regulation as described. Article 170 effective date of coverage. Compulsory coverage of the employer during the activity of the slide bell shall take effect on the first day of consideration. Article 171 is registration. Each employer and his employees shall register with the system in accordance with its regulations. And Article 172 limitation of liability. State insurance fund shall be liable for compensation to the employee or his dependents. And Article 172 extent of liability. The liability of the state insurance fund under this title shall be exclusive and in place of all other liabilities of the employer to the employee. And Article 174, liability of third parties. In case of whose death shall be paid by the system under this title. Where the system is recovered from such third-party damages, excess of the rate or allowed under this title, such excess shall be delivered to the lifetime of the employee. And Article 175, deprivation of the benefits, except as otherwise provided under this title number. Title no contract, regulation, or devices whatsoever shall occur to deprive the employee. Administration. Article 176, employees compensation to initiate, rationalize, and coordinate. The Vice Chairman of the Commission shall be alternated each year between the general manager and the assistant administrator. Say the general conduct of the operations and the management functions of the GSIS. The Commission shall have the status and the authority of a government corporation. Article 177, powers and duties. The Commission shall have the following powers and duties. A. To assess and fix our rate of contributions of all employers. To determine the rate of contributions payable by an employer. C. To approve rules and regulations to initiate policies and programs. And Article 178, management of funds. All rebellions committed by resistance under this title shall be exported investment, administered and enforced in the same manner. Article 179, investment of funds. Provisions of existing laws to the contrary, notwithstanding all rebellions are not connected to meet current operational expenses under this title shall be implemented in a fund to be known as the State Insurance Fund. Article 180, settlement of claims. The system shall have original and exclusive jurisdiction. And Article 181, review sessions, orders, or resolutions of the Commission. Where did the summit regarding by the Supreme Court on the assistance of apply for petitions and other parties in 10 days from this level. Article 181, enforcement of limitations. Any petitions or resolutions shall become violent, story, and offer from 8 days on thereof. In all other cases, petitions, orders, and resolutions of the Commission which have become final and exploring shall be enforced and stipulated in the same manner as petitions of the authors contribution. Article 183 requires contribution. Under such regulations as resistance to prescribed as of the last day of the month, the rate of contribution shall be reduced periodically and subject to the limitations herein provided. Contributions under this title shall be paid entirely by the employer. When a covered employee dies, becomes disabled, or is permanently ground employment, his employer's obligations to pay monthly contribution. government guarantees the republic of the Philippines guarantees the benefits prescribed under this title and accept general responsibility for the sovereignty of the state insurance fund and medical benefits. Article 185 Medical Services in the after and employee contract sickness are sustained and injury shall be divided as necessary period of his disability with such medical services and appliances. Article 186 the system shall have the authority to choose or order a chief of physician, hospital or rehabilitation facility for the employee. Article 187 attending physician. Any physician attending an injured or sick employee shall comply with all the regulations of the system. Article 88 refusal of examination or treatment. The employee on the same refuses to submit to medical examination or treatment. Article 189 is and other charges, all police and other charges for hospital services, medical care and advice. Article 190 is the verification services. The system shall as soon as applicable establish a continuing program for rehabilitation of injured and handicapped employees who shall be entitled to rehabilitation pension services as soon as applicable. And system shall establish in the support and staff to provide a balanced program of remedial treatment. Next is disability benefits. Article 191 temporary total disability. Under such regulation as the Commission approved, any employee under this whose pain and injury or converse sickness resulting in temporary total disability that potentially of such disability of fraction. The payment of such income benefit should be in accordance with the regulations of the Commission as amended by Section 98, Presidential Decree Number 80. Article 194 Permanent Total Disability. Under this title, former sickness are sustained and injury resulting in permanent total disability shall for each month until his death. The monthly income benefit shall be granted for 5 years and be suspended if the employee is gainfully employed or recovers from his permanent total disability. The following disability shall be earned total and permanent. Temporary total disability. Testing continuously for more than 150 days without as otherwise provided for intervals. Complete close of sight of both eyes, close two lips and or the ankle or wrist, permanent complete paralysis of two limbs, brain injury resulting in incurable insensitivity or disability, and last such rates as determined by the medical director of the system and approved by the Commission. The number of months of paid coverage shall be defined approximately by the formula to be approved by the Commission. Article 193 Permanent Partial Disability. Under such regulations, as the Commission may approve any employee under this title who sickness or sustained injury. And last is Medicare. Medicare Article 209 Medicare. The Philippine Medicare plan shall be implemented and provided under 6111 as amended. Thank you.